Okay, I got the lathe running behind me. I just got out here. I'm running it, circulate the oil a little bit before I start turning. What I'm going to work on is covers for the little burners, little fuel tank burners for the blazer. And I got some 3/4 inch material chucked in there. The opening on the top is 5/8. Well, if I make a 5/8 ID, it'll slide in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn a spud on to slide in here, and then I'm going to turn an O-ring groove on the little spud that I turned, so that I can put an O-ring on it, slide that in tight, and it'll seal up. And probably put a knurled top on it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to work on. It's been running for a few minutes, so like I say, I like to circulate the oil and get everything circulating before I do any burning. Move some stuff around here so I can get the tripod up here. I'm going to be able to get the tripod up here. Kind of looking down on it. Basically, it's just going to be a basic turn. It's going to be just a basic turn a 5/8 by probably 400 thou. 300 or 400 thou. Let's see here. So if I go 400, yeah, I'm going to make it 400 thou. And then, like I say, 5/8 will slide in here. So let's just do that first, and then we'll go from there. There's no drawing, no nothing, there's a drawing, but I'm going by my own, there's no drawing that I'm going by. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, so, as they say. Kick it up to 1,000 RPM. All right, here we go. Face off the end first. And then switch tools. And put in a turning tool here. Running at 1,000 RPM. We're just going to touch off here. Okay, that's at 750. So we want to go 125, so I'm going to go 100. Go 100, touch the end, set my travel all, and we're going to go 400 thou. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not critical. It's not critical on the. That's just how far it's going to poke into my little tank. So that should be. I went 100, so it should be 25 thousandths to go. I'm looking for my mic. It's usually laying right up on here. Oh, I moved it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Like I say, it should be 650 right now because I went 100. So it's 646. So we'll take another 10, 20, 30, 40. We're going to go take the whole 50. And I'm just going to make sure. Oh yeah, plenty of room there. Now I'm going to cut and put an O-ring in there. I'll have to pick out an O-ring. I have a O-ring kit here. I'm just going to pick out a size that I'm thinking that I want to go with. Something that'll stretch over it and then go into a groove. I think that'll do it. So let me see how deep I want to go with a groove. I want to go approximately, I'm going to start with about 80 thousandths groove depth. And I got this grooving tool still set up from, I made this for the fins. Made this grooving tool for cutting the fins on cylinders. So, and where I want to go with it, I'll just go in somewhere in the middle, right there. Oh, I should check the width of that, because I don't think that's going to be wide enough. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go in and then move off and then go back in again. It's only I've only got it 60 thou wide, and I want it about 90 thou width, so I'll have to move it about 30 thou. Here we go. I'm gonna go in 80 thou. Touch right there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And that's only half of it though. I have to go 160. 100, 20, 40, 60. Because that's 80 thou on the side that I wanted to go in depth. Hopefully I didn't mess up. I don't know. Looks awful deep. I think I did. I think I messed up. Looks awful deep. I don't know. Looks deeper than the O-ring itself. Slide the O-ring on here once to see what we get. I don't know. I guess not. Should have been a little wider though yet, because that's just like the bare minimum width. Now if I can get it back out of there, got a little pick here to try to pick it out. Back from my days of working on hydraulics at work. Which my days are coming to an end there. I'm retiring and I'll be out of there at March 29th, if not sooner. I am going to make it a little wider. And then I'm going to burr the top of the groove. Actually, I think I had a single point tool set up here yet somewhere. Nope, I must have tore it down. Oh no, right here it is. Single point tool, and I'm just going to put chamfers on I'm going to use that to chamfer the end and the groove and stuff here. Both sides of the groove I'm going to chamfer. And the top. Alright, now let's put that O-ring in there. Before I part it off. Oh shoot. I didn't see which way that went flying. We'll look around for a little bit here and then I'll just get another one out of the kit. Yeah, don't know where it went. Take another one, try it again. I don't know if it went up that way. Alright, let's see if the top will fit on there. Or that's too loose. So it went too deep. I wonder if I can go with the next size bigger O-ring and not put so much stretch on it. Try that once. Alright, let's just go with it. Let's go with a little bit bigger O-ring. It's the next size bigger. This is the next size bigger. See how that fits. Oh yeah, that one's that's perfect now. Perfect. All right. Good thing I had an O-ring kit. So now I think I want to knurl this too. I want to knurl the top of it. So take a light cut off of there, just to clean it up. It'll take about 10 thou. So. All right, and I'm going to put in a knurling tool. This is a homemade knurling tool that I made, so it seems to work all right. If you get the height set right, lock it, and crank it in until it touches, and make sure both wheels are touching at the same time. And I'm gonna crank it in 10, 20. I'm going to start with 20 thou, and I'm going to kick the RPM down low. Low as she'll go. Dab some oil on, and we're going to see what we get. Just feed in and then feed back out. Alright, I'm going to get the air hose over here. Well, let's see what we got. We got about a 3/4 knurl. I'm just going to go another 10. I'm going to slow the feed rate down here too. That's I started with 20, so that's 30 thou deep. And then go the other way, feed back out. Like I say, I definitely like my power feed that I did for my lathe. That was definitely well worth the time and the effort that I put onto it. Oh yeah, there we go. That's dang near a full knurl now. Okay. So let's go back in and recut that chamfer with that threading tool. I want a little faster RPM than that. I think I'm going to put a little groove right in the middle of just for looks. And then I'm going to clean out a spot where I'm going to part it off. And now I've got it already chamfered. So I'm just going in the middle of that and part it off with a part off tool. So I should be able to go right in that groove and leave a chamfer. Part off blade going to be deep enough or sticking out far enough? Oh yeah. She's wobbling. Poink. There we go. So now I'm going to take and put this in a 5C collet. I should have put that a little further that way. Not quite in the center. Oh well. But anyway, I'm going to put it in a 5C collet, 5/8 collet now. And we'll turn the other end and clean it up and put the vent hole in. Got to have a vent hole through it. Okay. Just lay this in here for now. And, okay. I need a 5/8 collet. 5/8 collet here. Oh, right here. Make sure that slides in there. Oh yeah. I left the O-ring on it. It's not going to hurt nothing. One of these days I'm gonna, the little tang in my 5C collet adapter, I'm gonna make that a little longer because it seems to get wedged. If I don't find it right away, my collets get wedged and it's kind of a battle sometimes getting them in. It's all because that little tang in there is just a little short. I know people have taken them out, but I don't like the idea of doing that. Especially if you're doing some heavy cutting and it happens to slip and scar everything up. Alright, I'll face that off. You know what I could do is face that off to even this out and then re-chamfer it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And now I can just put a little bit bigger chamfer on there again. It'll help even that out so that that line that I put in there, that's just for looks. No function, just purely aesthetics. Alright, now I gotta drill a hole in it. The vent hole. So we'll get a little center drill here. And even though if it wasn't on center, it wouldn't matter either. Okay. Should have made this big enough to put a chain on it so that okay. Blow the oil off of it. And I'll take and clean this top up and buff that up. When I get done, I'll have to make 3 more. But it slides in really nice. What do you think? Like I say, the line, this line should have been a little higher, but oh well. So I think that's going to look pretty nice. You get that cleaned up and buffed up, and like I say, I got about 3/4 knurl. I don't know. The camera doesn't like to focus on stuff very well. Maybe. And I'm not good at taking pictures. That's why I take videos, because my picture taking kind of sucks too. So anyway, I think it looks pretty good, other than the cleanup now. So I'm going to go ahead and make 3 more of these. So this exact same way as what I just did this one. I'll shoot for the smaller O-ring, but if I don't, I can always use that bigger one. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then sit down and polish. Sit down and polish them, and then after that, we will work on. After I get done with those, I'll give you a shot at what they look like when I get done, and then look what came in the mail. So I have my 11 thousandths diameter wire for making springs. Way more than I'll ever use in 100 lifetimes. So if anybody wants, you know, some 11 thousandths wire, if they're working on little blazer and they want to turn or make some springs, drop me a line, because, you know, like I say, this is way more than I'll ever use. You give me a mailing address and I put some in an envelope and send to you. Anyway, I am going to continue on. Well, we'll be back after I get those the next 3 covers done, and then we'll go from there. So if not, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Okay, I finished up all 4 of the little fuel tank burners, and got them put on, got the covers all put on. I started to clean them up, got a long ways to go on cleaning them up, but and the only one that I made long with a groove in was the very first one. After that, I narrowed them up and made them narrower, but they all look like they'll work. So what I'm going to do now is devise a way of winding my springs. I need to go pretty small on the diameter, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to wind them the way I've wound springs before, because the shaft that I'm going to wind them around is going to be so small. So I might have to make some type of wire holder with a guide in it to hold the pin straight, so that the pin doesn't, you know, flex and wind up. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and experiment and play around with some ideas that I have, and see if I can't come up with something. And when I do, I'll get back. I'll have to figure out too, 11 thousandths wire diameter. What threads per inch do I want to? Because the way I've been winding them before, and I've seen others have wound them the same way, is I use the single point on the lathe. I just create a shaft the size smaller, because the spring's going to unwind and it's going to get bigger, so you have to make the shaft that you're winding it around quite a bit smaller, and then you drill a cross hole in or cut a notch on the end, and then wind them up using the single point with a wire guide on your tool post. But like I say, this one's going to be so small. This will be the smallest spring that I've ever wound. So the inside diameter shooting for, according to the plans, I think it was like 90 thousandths in diameter, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, because it's going to go around that little push rod for the slide valve, so it's pretty small. And I did notice that they did make a mistake in the plans. They got the wrong length called out. They call out a spring that's only what did they call out here? Valve spring. Come on. Yeah, they're calling out a valve spring 3/16 of an inch long, 187. No, it's longer than that. It's got to be right around 700. I will figure that out. But they have 30 wraps on here, approximately 30 turns on the spring. So maybe they're measuring it as it's turned and not stretched out. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. So anyway, until I start on the springs, that'll be on a new video. This is going to be it for the little tanks. I'm not going to video any of the buffing. All it is just sitting and running with a little buffer. Like I said, I started to, and my buffer got a little warm, so I stopped, and we're going to play around with springs. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.